So apparently it's November now. That's not stressing me out at all. What about you? Anyway, so today I'm doing my bullet journal setup for November, obviously. And I really wanted to thank you guys so much for over 1,000 views on my Huion tablet review, by the way. I'm honestly just so overwhelmed with the response, so thank you so much. And if you do enjoy my other videos as well, please subscribe. It really means a lot, so thank you guys. And yeah, I'll stop rambling now, let's get on with the video. As always, I'm starting with my cover page, and this month I wanted to do a gold and black theme. So for the title I used some gold embossing powder with a glue pen to make it stick first, and then I used a heat gun to emboss it. So I just made a little border and then wrote Hello November inside with the usual Pigma micron fineliner and my Tombow for the Nose K brush pen. I also added a gold drop shadow later to make it look nice and pretty, but you'll see that in a bit. Underneath I did a mini calendar, and by the way, all the products I used will be linked in the description as always, so if you're wondering, go check it out. Along the bottom I doodled some plants and some little flowers, which is also going to be a reoccurring theme this month. So this is your warning, this video contains several doodles of flowers. For the flowers I just kind of did some random flower shapes and leaf shapes. I always started with the stem and then just kind of doodled whatever I felt like. And then I also added some grass along the bottom because I didn't want the edge to look so, I don't know, empty. To tie it in with the rest, I also added some gold accents with my gold gel pen. It's by Signo, and it's basically my favorite. I'm also going to be using that one a lot in this video, so yeah, link is in the description. And here we go again with the gold dots. If you know me, I don't know, I just can't stop adding gold dots everywhere. So yeah, go ahead and let me know if I should get some help or something, or if it's still acceptable. Yeah. Right, on the other page I did a quote. I know, I'm shocked too, just kidding. The quote says, "Never stop growing," which is obviously very fitting. And I used my sakura and pigma microns for that. And then I used some gold foil flakes to create like a flower around it. And I used another gel pen, and this one actually dries a little bit tacky, which is super important when working with gold foil. So I just kind of drew in where I wanted the gold to stick, and then just picked out some pieces and kind of pushed them down with my fingers. And once they're dry, you can just brush it off with a fluffy brush or just with your fingers as well. And you should definitely also save the excess flakes, because you can use basically all shapes and sizes of the flakes. You don't have to throw them away. Definitely reuse those. And I've actually never worked with gold foil before, but I thought it looked really pretty and really reflective. So yeah, I was really excited. Next I added some outlines to the flower and some gold dots in the middle, and then just some random lines and dots all around, as you can see here. And then here you can see me adding the drop shadow to the November. I just thought it looked, I don't know, a little bit nicer. I don't know. You let me know how you like it better. Okay, so that's it for my cover page. Now on to the next page. I did a monthly overview and some habit trackers, just like in my last plan with me. And sorry about the autofocus, I just kept struggling with it, honestly. So I'm still kind of working on how to figure that out. But I just wrote monthly overview in a little border that I did with the gold gel pen. and then just wrote the days of the week, and then I did little boxes, like really small ones, for each day of the month, obviously. The boxes are each 3 by 3 dot spaces big, and I just left the top open so I have more space to write the dates. Now underneath I did a little YouTube and Instagram growth tracker. Also follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of growth generally, but I just thought it would be kind of interesting. And then I did some more doodles just along the bottom as well. And for the plants, I basically just did the same sort of plants for all the pages this month, but I just kind of varied them a little bit so they looked more interesting. I also added the last days of October as well because it was just looking a little bit empty there. Okay, so for my habit trackers, it's also the same layout as last month. So I split them up into daily, weekly, and monthly habits. And for the daily habits, I did a mini calendar for each habit, but I didn't write the date, so just the outline of like the calendar, like the shape of the calendar basically. So yeah, and then just wrote the habit and then the days of the week, and then just like the little shape, and I'll just fill in with like a dot or something each day. So I had drinking enough water, getting 7 hours of sleep, cleaning, sketching, making my bed, because I heard that it was really good for, you know, being productive, and eating clean. And I did mess up the boxes on the top, as you can see, but I just kind of went over it with my white gel pen. And then for the weekly and monthly habits, I just wrote them out and then did some little boxes for the weeks or for the month. And yeah, of course I had to add more doodles along the bottom. Next up I did a brain dump page, and I did the same style of header, and this time it actually focused, so great job there. I didn't like the P first, so you see me correcting that there. And I also couldn't seem to be able to center my headers, like I didn't put it right in the center, which was really frustrating, but I'm gonna fix it a little bit later. Okay, and then for the brain dump, I didn't really do anything else other than some more doodles on the bottom, just to have a lot of space to just, you know, write down some ideas or just any thoughts that I have. Now on the other side, I didn't really have anything else I needed, so I just did another quote page, and it says today is a good day, and I just doodled some more plants around it, and I'm like a little sun on the top to frame the text. I thought that quote was actually kind of cute. I just wanted something positive, so yeah. I also added a gold border all around the page, and you guessed it, an unholy amount of dots surrounding it. But to be honest, I do like adding them a lot because it just fills in all that empty space and just makes it look a little more interesting. Yeah, and I kind of fixed the problem with having it centered there. Now for my last spread of the month, I did my first weekly spread, of course. Again, the same type of header, and then I also kept the layout pretty much the same as the last month. I'm just finding it very useful, so I just stuck with it. So yeah, I just wrote the days and the dates with my gold gel pen, and then did some borders with my Sakura Pigma micron. And on the sides, I added a sleep tracker, a goal section, a task section, and then also a notes and expense section on the other side. The boxes for the days are 7 spaces tall and 14 spaces wide, in case you're interested. So they really give you a lot of space to just write down anything you need. And then some last plant doodles and dots because I just can't seem to stop myself. So yeah, I also added some more grass on that one. I just thought it looked kind of nice. And then on the top right I had some more space left, so I wrote down "Wherever life plants you, bloom with grace," which sounds really cheesy but also kind of sweet, so that's right up my alley. Okay, now let's get into the final flip through. Let me know how you like this theme, and if you have any requests for other themes I should do. I always need more ideas, so I would definitely appreciate it. So yeah, that's it for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!